And if you're new to my channel, I speak on a lot of topics. And today is going to be regarding police brutality. And I made various other videos pointing out the problems we have here in America. But this problem seems to be more ongoing and just getting more flagrant and blatant as time go on. So let me explain. Well, just recently, an inmate by the name of Robert Brooks was just beat to death by prison guards. They dragged this man by himself, cuffed him to, a hospital bed, and it was about 15 guards, about 10 to 13 guards, and about 7 or 8 of them just took turns beating and kicking him. They gagged his mouth, and it's all on police cam. There's no audio, but it's all on police cam. Now, we don't know exactly why they even drug him in here in the first place, but at this point it don't even matter. It was an obvious police brutality, severe gross negligence. So I want to speak a little bit about that. Now, as I mentioned, it's been a problem we've been having in our society. Plenty of people and groups throughout the 60s, 70s, even before then until now, constantly speak against police brutality. And another thing I want to point out, you know it's bad when your own government tells you that. The own government admitted that we have a problem with police brutality. And I'm going to touch a little bit more on that a little later. But before I continue, because I just made a video responding to the comments Slim Thug made, telling black people to forget about the past. It's the year 2025. Well, Slim Thug, how can you forget about things that happened to you in the past when it's continuing to happen? Huh, Slim Thug? This is a good example. So you want people to just forget and act like things are not happening to people when it comes to police brutality, racism, discrimination, and all the above. You see, so this is an answer to that question. So if anybody had any doubts about we need to leave the past alone or not, well, this answers your question. The past is still happening. You still got the same problems. So, and these problems need to be dealt with. Now, and I can address, well, how do we deal with police brutality? And I'm not going to go too deep down a rabbit hole because ultimately you would have to address why we even need police in the first place. And most of that has to do with poverty. Not all, but most. But not even to go too deep. But see, this is the thing. Everybody don't have the temperament to be a police. I don't care if you physically fit, aggressive enough. If you don't have the temperament, you can't be a police. So it has to be something more than the ability to pass a civil service exam. Definitely need mental evaluations, more thorough mental evaluations. But back to what our own federal government said. They said that, and this is where racism come into play and discrimination, because the FBI said that a lot of the police departments across America are being infiltrated by white supremacist groups with the sole purpose to become police just so they can unalive a person of color, in particular a black person. So something needs to be done right there. Obviously, like I said, anybody shouldn't be able to just become a police. But you see how deeply rooted that problem is? And I understand being a police is not an easy job. but you know what you signed up for coming in. And this is where having a proper temperament to be a police. I mean, it's a lot of problems though, because then again, a lot of this is discretionary. Police can choose who they want to kill. They can choose, okay, I can shoot this person in the leg or in the foot to slow them down or subdue them, or I can shoot to kill them. So a lot of that is discretionary. And that's people bringing their biases and prejudice to their job. And here we go into the new year, just coming off the 15th, 16th year, R.I.P. Oscar Grant. Died New Year's Eve. What is it? Into 2008 and 2009. Somewhere around that time. So this is a constant issue we dealing with, y'all. And it seems like it's going to keep going on. And if I'm a good cop, the good cops need to start saying stuff, because I would think this would put y'all in danger. You would think y'all would want to go out and have a decent relationship with the community. And I ain't talking about no police department statement like, oh, this activity don't reflect our... No. Because it seems like it do, because this is happening all the time. And this is anybody. I don't even care if Robert Brooks was white, that he didn't deserve that. So something definitely needs to be done, as a whole, because there's way too many so-called isolated situations where this is happening. And I'm not anti-police. So because people tend, when they see me speaking out against this type of things, they want to put you in a box. I got plenty interest. Again, I don't see black and white. I actually judge you for you, who your ass is. I don't care what race you is. Who are you? You understand? That's how I look at people. Now, yeah, I may be honest enough to point out some truths that may make people uncomfortable, but whatever. I don't hate nobody. I ain't never been jealous of nobody. I should put a video just that alone. My whole life, even as a little boy, I ain't never been no hater. But this ain't about that. This is just really, man, R.I.P. to everybody that died at the hands of police brutality. From Sandra Bland, Freddie Gray, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Sonia Massey, Eric Garner, Oscar Grant. The list goes on and on, unfortunately. So this is some of the things we really need to look at, man. And it needs to be zero tolerance. So when officers or peace officers, period, when they do things like this, that union backing, y'all need to turn y'all back on them. Regardless of the union ties. Nah, man. If that really don't reflect y'all standard and y'all qualities, y'all shouldn't have no problem. But I definitely just want to bring awareness to this, y'all, because this is definitely an ongoing issue. There's plenty other things, but man, this is happening. So, hey, y'all be careful out there, man, because it seems like if they can get away with it, they will. But in this case, they didn't even care. Maybe they just figured he was just an inmate or whatever. And I know some people going to be like, well, you don't know what he did. Well, I don't even care if he had hit a correctional officer. And that's why they brought him in there. Because that's after the fact. Y'all already got him hemmed up. So regardless, there's no excuse, pretty much. And my condolences to all the people who was a victim of police brutality.